Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Trimeliana Hia dengan NPM 202112500574, mahasiswi dari kelas X4G. Video kali ini adalah tugas ketiga saya dari mata kuliah Academic Speaking yang akan membahas mengenai tentang online and offline learning. Recently, teaching and learning activities through digital or online media have become increasingly popular in society. How could it not be? When children are not allowed to leave the house, that the online method or online learning is the best alternative that every education institution can apply to keep classes open for all of its students. However, many people also doubt this learning method because, after all, they feel that learning in offline or face-to-face classes is still more effective. The online method is considered to not give good result because the learning process only seems to be going in one direction. However, is that really the case? In my opinion, which learning method is actually better to use? Now, in this video, I will explain a comparison between offline and online learning. So, let's get started. The first, comparison between offline and online learning by location. Online classes can be done anywhere and anytime. If in the past we had to spend time on our way to school or courses, now we only need to open our device to attend class. Online classes allow us to learn from anywhere in the world, even while on a trip or on a long vacation. The main obstacle to online learning itself is certain technology that all students must have so that it can enable them to study in the all place, such as on smartphone or computers. This is a barrier for some students in their learning activities. In offline classes cannot be done anywhere and anytime, but the place and time have been set. Offline or face-to-face classes do require us to get up early, get ready, get in the facial, and go to school in the traffic jams before arriving at our favorite school or courses. We also have to set our agenda well because to go to a place of study or courses, we have to take into account the time when we are traveling. However, in offline classes, students do not need to be afraid or limited facilities that can interfere with their learning process. During class hours, students only need to sit and interact with their favorite teacher or even play with their friends. Thus, they can grow their love for the school and their course and increase their enthusiasm for learning. In the second, in the terms of flexibility. Online classes are very flexible. The schedule can be changed at any time. And vice versa, offline classes are very inflexible and must be carried out according to a predetermined schedule. Why go to the trouble of managing our schedule when we can change it flexible? That's what online classes offer. With a few finger thoughts, you can customize your agenda. Teacher can also easily tell you when it is best to hold classes. No more worrying about the clock being too early or too late. However, this timing can backfire as many people try to work on some time at the same time during class. Eventually, this will destroy their focus while studying. so that learning is no longer effective. And the time is the most important thing in the offline class. We must be able to calculate how long the journey to school will take and whether the classes we take can affect other important activities on our agenda. What's more, sudden change in schedule will be more difficult to do. This is the reason why every teacher should plan class schedule in the advance. In addition to the challenge above, studying offline can make us more focused when studying because nothing else will be our distraction. When students come to a class that has fixed a schedule, they will devote all their attention to the teaching activities they are practicing in. And the third, or the last, smoothness during the learning process. Online classes, depending on the connection or network. Apart from the device that student must have, what other important things are needed by student when studying online? Yep, the answer is an internet connection or network. Without an internet network, online classes will not run. This also applies to smoothness during the learning process. If you experience connection problems, there is a risk that the information conveyed by the teacher will not reach all students equally. But in offline classes, doesn't depend on network or connection and is more effective because teacher can directly teach and monitor student directly. However, online learning has a lot of potential in the terms of the continuity of teaching and learning activities because there are many applications and alternative platforms that can be used on the internet. Teachers can also choose the media that best suit them. For example, an application that won't use up a lot of internet quota when used. The conclusion from material I explained about online or offline classes is every class, whether online or offline, needs a competent and interactive teachers to make the learning process effective. Why is that? In the world of education, the teacher is referred to as the power of education. Teacher will not only send their teaching material to their students, but they will also open opportunities for two-way communication and make the class more interactive. Teachers are also always parents as supporters, problem solvers, and role models who can motivate students to develop themselves even more.